12 and 18. 12 and 18.
Welcome to the NCAA.
Let's see what the NCAA tournament looks like. We obviously will have no shot. No shot, no chance. I have no idea what we're going to look like heading into next season. I hope Missouri State and Richmond make the tournament. Top seeds, Villanova, the defending champs, Stanford, Clemson, and the Tar Heels.
Now let's show you the 4 regional brackets.
Villanova's in.
Most people tend to focus at
It's the #1 seed still, West Virginia, 2 seed. We'll get a full look at the tournament from here. You know, we can skip the old selection show. We'll still take a look at the full tournament. I do love the selection show, but it's better when we're in it. So let's see what happens. Any upsets? In round #1, Villanova moves on. Ooh, Nebraska! Excuse me, you showed the wrong one. Nebraska falls to Davidson. Nebraska out as the 4 seed. Butler falls to Syracuse. Yeah, one upset there in the West region. In the Midwest, Arizona falls to UAB. Wow. Alabama getting it done. Arizona falls by a point. They're upset in round #1, as are Cincinnati. They lose to Texas Tech. So a couple of upsets and a third one. Arkansas over Washington, the Razorbacks. Moving on as well. Muted, what's up, dude? So a couple of upsets there in the Midwest region. In the East, we have yet to simulate every game. Georgia Tech. Yeah, Georgia Tech lost to Fresno State. So the Dogs moving on. That was the only upset in the East region. You're doing pretty good. And in the South, one upset, Michigan falling to the Oregon State Beavers. So, couple of upsets. Not bad. Not bad. A couple of upsets there. How did UMaine do this season? We don't talk about that. Let's see how the second round goes. Villanova moving on. Davidson, another upset, as they knock off #5 Virginia by 1 point. So Davidson cruising right now. Syracuse is out, as is Florida. Davidson on a run. In the Midwest, UAB wins another one as well. They knock out Kentucky in just the second round. So UAB and Davidson, both 13th seed Cinderellas at the moment. Interesting. Purdue knocks out Arkansas. In the East, #1 Clemson falls to the Indiana Hoosiers. Our first #1 seed to fall. Clemson is out. No other upsets there. And in the South, we do have an upset. Oklahoma out to Oregon State. So Oregon State, UAB, and Davidson all going on decent little runs here and upsetting kind of the natural flow. Let's see who makes it to the Elite 8. Davidson out. Villanova ends the run. Villanova ends the run, but West Virginia is knocked off by the Maryland Terps. So you got Villanova and Maryland out of the West region. In the Midwest, let's find out. Stanford and Purdue both win, so UAB's run is also over. In the East, you got Oregon State over Indiana. And Minnesota knocks off Michigan State. So in the West, it's 1 versus 3. In the Midwest, it's 1 versus 2. In the East, it's 3 versus 5. And in the South, Alabama knocks off the #1 seed UNC Tar Heels. So Alabama moving on. Texas also moves on. So it's a pretty interesting Elite 8. Let's see who wins it. Texas eliminates Alabama. They move on to the Final Four. Villanova moving on to the Final Four. They beat Maryland. They have a chance to repeat as national champions. In the Midwest, Stanford as the 1 seed. Absolutely thrash Purdue. And Minnesota knock off Oklahoma State. The Gophers to the Final Four. It'll be Villanova, Texas, Stanford, and Minnesota. Villanova will have a chance to repeat. They eliminate Texas in pretty convincing fashion. And will it be Stanford or Minnesota? It will be Stanford. 88-64. So your national title, Villanova going for the repeat, or will it be Stanford? And the answer is Villanova. Back-to-back national championships for Villanova. Damn. 2 in a row for Villanova. Not what I would have expected. But there it is. Our 3rd season is done. That couldn't end fast enough. We get no player commitments through that season's worth of recruiting. And then we get to players leaving. Slamming Jimmy. Bend over. Texas Tech and Nail Yakupov, extra large. All graduate. It was an absolute disaster. We tried to be aggressive. I was hoping that the custom schedule, we'd win a lot more games and we'd look okay. That is not what happened. We do have off-season recruiting and we have to knock it out of the goddamn park here. Please. Like, my God, do we have to be incredibly successful with our off-season recruitment. We technically don't need anybody specifically. But at this point, we just got to bring in whoever. Now, we do have a couple of 2-stars that are interested. A handful, actually. We have Brian Theodore. So, Brian Theodore, the shooting guard. Send him a letter of interest. We have Jesse DeGroot, a forward out of Floral Park, New York. We also have Michael Rucker out of Arlington, Virginia. Ty Samuel out of Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. And Bill Hawkins, also out of Arlington, Virginia. Not Virginia, Vermont. I figured it was just going to be Virginia. Nope, it was Vermont. Both were Vermont. I think of Arlington, I think Virginia. That didn't happen. It's both Vermont. So at least we'll be able to bring in a couple of players, for God's sakes. High interest? All right, we got more options. Bob Buckles out of Altoona, Pennsylvania. We also have Tommy Austin out of Lincoln, Maine. Keith Guzman out of Jamaica, Connecticut. At this point, we just got to bring in whoever, man. Beggars can't be choosers. There's a lot of dudes there. They're all 1-star. God. Even low interest. What do we got? At center, not much. There's Anthony Rothman out of Oshawa. John Wilson. I mean, Wilson is the tallest one. Jason Singleton, though, high interest. So we won't go after Rothman. Let's talk to Singleton. Let's talk to John Wilson. Power forward Michael Rucker is obviously the top target. Brian Sothey out of Skowhegan. That's not going to be that great. A lot of power forwards. Small forward. Also a lot of options. None of them that great. Shooting guard, same thing. The medium interest for Brian McCall. So, we can go to outright medium interest. Let's talk to Brian McCall. And then everyone else, it's got to be high interest. It's got to be the high interest options, of which there are quite a few. So, we do have Ben Barber out of Maine. And we also have the highest rated of the bunch in terms of position rank, Justin Rucker. Forward, we have DeGroot. We have Guzman, who is the highest rated. And then the most likely that we could bring in is probably Andrew Preston of Norwich, Connecticut. There is Brian Butler out of Sanford. Let's go for Brian Butler. Go for the hometown option. Shooting guard, obviously we're looking for Austin and Theodore. And then from there, Malcolm Coleman. We'll go for Devin Patterson if need be. So we have our targets. It's not the prettiest picture in the world. It really isn't. But hopefully we can somewhat redeem ourselves here. So we want to target the 2 stars first. Brian McCall. 12 points. Oof, fuck. Let's not do that. Theodore, 3 points. DeGroot, 3 points for that. Rucker, 3 points as well. Samuel, 12 points. That's a little bit rough. And then Hawkins, 3 points. So those will be our initial targets. We still got a lot of points over the next little bit. We should be able to redeem ourselves here in terms of recruitment. We should. So we're not looking that bad for the 2 stars. For McCall, still 12 points to send a care package, though. Obviously spend a lot of points there. Honestly, these other guys are all at highest interest. So McCall's probably not even worth it at this stage. Let's go for Theodore. Offer him that scholarship early. Let's go for DeGroot. It'll pretty much be first come, first serve. But we should be able to land at least a couple of these 2-star dudes that are interested, right? Like, it's max interest for all of them. Yeah, these are the ones that are almost max interest. These are the ones that we really just got to lock down at this stage. Let's conduct a phone interview for all of these dudes as we try to lock this down and actually get at least 4 more dudes onto the team. Can't conduct a phone interview there. I think because we haven't sent the care package for Ty Samuel. I think again because he's just out of the normal region, right? So he'll be the one that's kind of a little bit far behind in terms of these negotiations. Let's see what we got. There we go. We got our 4. Brian Theodore, Jesse DeGroot, Michael Rucker, and Bill Hawkins. So 1 player from each position as well. The only thing that we missed out on was a center. So I did say we'd probably be able to redeem ourselves with 2-star guys at the end of the season, and I was right. It just sucks that we couldn't convince any 3 or 4-star guys to come here during the course of the season. But I think we will still take the same approach when it comes to recruitment. And that is just trying to get the big fish, and if we can't, then we should have those other dudes to be able to just kind of back up and join in late, you know? So let's organize this a little bit and kind of take a look, get kind of the full outlook for our new team as it stands. Really kind of see what we're looking at because, yeah, we did have a decent amount of dudes graduate, which obviously changes things up. So at center, we only have 2. It's Gunther Steiner at a 78, Fishy Python up to a 73. Both are juniors. That's a little bit scary. So obviously Steiner's the main man. At power forward, Biznasty is going to be the guy. We got Rucker and Tall Korea, both of whom aren't that great. Obviously Korea was a walk-on. At forward, Raptor Jesus is currently the highest rated. So junior, you could argue putting DeGroot there to see if he could develop would be the way to go. And actually Stromboli is a 68. We didn't have that properly organized. Shooting guard, Bo Cruz, gonna be the guy. Brian Theodore behind him as a freshman in garbage. And then point guard wise, it's gonna be a Wally McTally. Unless we go with Uvid, your last ha. And then there's Bill Hawkins. So let's take a look then at what we're going to be able to do. We got to send Tall Korea pretty much all the way down. Sorry to Mr. Korea. And forward we got Jesus. We'll keep Stromboli there, but then Bell and DeGroot all the way down. Just to optimize this. Then we got Mr. Bo Cruz. So Theodore stays, and then down goes Garbage. And then point guard for the moment. Whoops. It's still looking like McTally. You need your last ha. Right? Yeah, and then Hawkins. From there, we sort it by overall with Hawkins. And yeah, Gage is pretty trash. Not Gage, Garbage. Okay, and then from there. There we go. Alright, so we are fully optimized. Fishy Python as the 6th man. Yeah, it's a weaker team than we had last year, which is pretty concerning. It is pretty damn concerning. And again, apparently we have the 4 extra dudes coming on. So we are going to cut the 50s. Hate to say it, but Taco Bell, Tall Korea, Garbage, they're out. Or redshirted at least. Not sure how much space we really have to open up. Honestly, yeah, let's redshirt Garbage, Tall Korea, Taco Bell, and Bill Hawkins. Hopefully that leaves room, and it'll still let me bring on the other dudes. That's what I'm a bit worried about, is we have 15 dudes. And that's the max, unless I redshirt. See, that's the one thing I don't know about this game at this point, is will it allow, like, will those other 4 guys still be okay? Or no, we already brought them in, right? Yeah, because Theodore. Never mind. Never mind, I'm losing my mind. For some reason I was thinking they weren't there already. Honestly, then at that stage, the red shirts don't even really matter. I mean, got Theodore and Cruz at shooting guard. I mean, I guess, yeah, we could just redshirt the back 3. Yeah, so Taco Bell, Garbage, Tall Korea. We'll redshirt them. We'll run with 12 players. That should be enough. That should be enough. To the new year we go. Again, can't be much worse than the last year, 2013, goddammit. So again, we're projected as a C-rated team. The conference has really weakened up. I mean, New Hampshire's down to a D+ for God's sakes. Like, Gunther Steiner is the best of 5 pretty talented starters. Thank you. Let's hope he makes the most of it. Team preview, we still got our typical pipeline states, although Massachusetts isn't there. 0 scholarships available, though, apparently. Should I have cut somebody off the roster? I think we cut those dudes. I think we cut those red shirts. I mean, great. Yeah, because that guy's a senior, Taco Bell, so it wouldn't... Yeah, we got to cut these guys. The ones below 60, I need to open up space. I need to open up space. So if we cut Taco Bell, because he's not going to make it, that actually didn't open up a scholarship offer. I wonder if that'll fix itself. I need to be able to bring in some new talent. I need to. Honestly, Garbage and Tall Korea, let's just cut them to play it safe. Great names, but they gotta go. Just to make sure. Customizing the schedule, who gives a fuck after what happened last season? It doesn't matter. Preseason training. Oh, God. Let's just go 25 across the board again. We'll just even it out. We'll just even it out. Why not? Accept that. And then recruitment. Position breakdown. We don't need anything. Available scholarships still showing up as 0. If that's actually the case, I'm boned. Just throwing that out there now. If that's actually the case, we are completely boned. We have 2 2-star dudes that are interested. Neither might not be that amazing. But we'll obviously target them. Then there's the high interest options. It's just a bunch of 1-stars. Where it's like the most we could do. The most we could do is just scout them and hope that they're actually better. But yeah, scholarships available, listed as 0. So this might not even be worth it. I just kind of have to hope that it's a glitch. Otherwise, apparently we really screwed up. Yeah, I mean, there's a real shortage of good talent here. I think the 2-star guys we at least have on our list just in case. And then we'd aim higher if necessary. But have those dudes as fallbacks. Yeah. Well, we got 3 players on the short list right now. That's it. That's pretty rough. And again, we might not actually have scholarships to work with here, which is even worse. Which is even worse. Let's look for 3- and 4-star dudes from typical pipeline states, just to double check. Called a short list for a reason, apparently. I don't understand why we have 0 scholarships, though. I mean, I know those dudes were not all of them were walk-ons, though. One of them wasn't, so in theory, they should have at least been. From what I recall, at least, there should have at least been 1 spot opened up. But maybe not. So yeah, anybody that's a 3-star, just add them to hope for the best, and like I said, maybe it is a glitch. Maybe we're not completely boned, because not being able to bring anybody in right now is pretty much the worst thing that can happen to us. If we're being honest, that is the worst thing that can happen. There's like nobody out of New Hampshire. We'll look at New York last. Apparently there's actually some talent out of Rhode Island. Ty Brandon is insane. Apparently there's some damn good talent out of Vermont this year too. This is why I said we'll go after New York last. Apparently there's a couple of good options out of Canada too. Well, like I said, we will still set this up as we need to. There's a high interest there from Ty Whitehead. We got the 3-stars and the 4-stars. Honestly, might as well just cut that 3-star. Honestly, it's just kind of a tough call and a tough spot to be in right now. It really is. I don't think I'm going to be able to scout New York at this point. In Canada, there was a couple of good options. Gonna cut a couple of people to fully look at the Canadians. I don't know what to do at this stage. I just feel like we're gonna be stuck in this rut. Really does feel like we're just gonna be stuck in this rut if I have no way to bring in anybody new this year. Like that does not bode well for us at all. Not at all. I'm not sure what to think right now. I am not sure what to think of what might happen in this upcoming season. Not at all. Like, the worst part is that there are players out there. It's just who can we actually bring in, if anybody. Take Hannon off the list. Take Turner off the list. Take Ament off the list. Let's look at New York real quick, just in case. I mean, we might as well see who's out there, even if it means, yeah, we actually can't get anybody. Which, again, would be an outright disaster to not be able to get anybody. Top 2 or 4 stars. Clearly, Austin Angelo is the best one. It's 1 3-star. Pretty much looking to have the best of each position out of New York. So that guy's a B and an A minus. That dude's an A and an A. I mean, there's no fucking way, but we'll add him to the list. For shits and giggles, was there a Richard Nixon? Oh well, what are you gonna do? Let's not get our hopes up. We won't even be able to get the guy anyway. We won't even be able to get the guy anyway. Let's not waste any points here in week 1. Alright, well, let's see if we are actually screwed in terms of scholarships, and yeah, if we are. Did I always have 81 points, or did I make a mistake by not using those? Alright, now we have 3 scholarships. It is a glitch. Okay, so it's a good thing we stuck with it. We have 3 scholarships to use. Thank God. Did I have points there that I could have used? Did anybody notice if I had 81 the whole time? Or if in that preseason thing I had more points to actually use to start to look at these guys? Because that might have just really cost me. I don't know if it was 81 the whole time. Shit. That's something we gotta look out for. If somebody could clip like the last minute of this stream and go look, I would appreciate that. That would help us out for down the road. Okay, so obviously our top target here, Ty Whitehead. I mean, we have 3. Yeah, what's up, dude? Speaking of clips, we have 81 points. We have some pretty obvious options. I don't know why this guy Parsons is there, but we can get rid of him. Positional breakdown, we don't need anything, but indeed now we have 3 scholarships. and there are 3 2-star guys who would pretty much sign immediately that we'd be good with. Question is just how much work do we put into people who aren't them? You know? Honestly, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Just the odds that we get these guys are so low. Honestly, I think we can rule out the 4 stars. Like, there's just no way. Right? Like, there's just no way at this rate we're going to get a 4-star. But a 3-star should be possible. So let's get rid of every 4-star option here. Let's not think too far ahead. I think that's a bit too far, but 3 stars should be possible. We've gotten a couple of 3 stars already. Okay. It only said you had no scholarships. Okay. So again, we know that the 2 stars that are left on the board, we can get these guys no problem. We will send the letter of interest to them pretty much out of the gate. We're going to send the letter of interest to basically everybody that we have left on this list. And then we'll be able to judge it from there. Donkey, what's going on, by the way? So yeah, we will send that letter of interest to pretty much everybody that's here. We might have to settle for those 2 stars, we'll see. We are certainly setting our sights on those 3-star options. So, yeah, right now we're in a rough spot. It's the best way to sum it up. We're in a pretty goddamn rough spot.